Washington, President Donald Trump lashed out at governors during a teleconference Monday following days of mass protests over the police killing of an unarmed black man, George Floyd, in Minneapolis last week. "You have to dominate. If you don't dominate, you're wasting your time. They're going to run over you. You're going to look like a bunch of jerks," Trump admonished the governors, according to audio of the call first obtained by CBS News. The president boasted that the nation's capital was under very good control, but we're going to have it under much more control. We're going to pull in thousands of people. Following a weekend of fires and looting, Washington Mayor Muriel Bowser announced a citywide curfew on Monday beginning at 7 p.m. Trump repeatedly encouraged the governors to take a harder line with protesters, who have taken to the streets in dozens of U.S. cities to protest police brutality against Black Americans. The president's harsh rhetoric on the protests, which originated in Minneapolis, stands in sharp contrast to his recent call for governors to yield to the demands of protesters to reopen their states' economies amid the coronavirus pandemic. "You've got to arrest people, you have to track people, you have to put them in jail for 10 years and you'll never see this stuff again," Trump told the governors Monday. At least one Democratic governor, Pritzker of Illinois, pushed back against the president during the call, reportedly telling Trump his divisive rhetoric wasn't helping the situation. "I don't like your rhetoric much either, especially with respect to coronavirus. You could have done a much better job," Trump replied, according to the New York Times Nick Corasaniti. CNBC reached out to the White House about the call in general and specifically about the exchange with Pritzker. Attorney General Bill Barr also spoke to governors on the call, which was going on more than an hour after its 11 a.m. scheduled start time. Barr reportedly told the governors, "We have to control the streets," and said this would require a strong presence that included the National Guard. Governors in dozens of states have already mobilized state-based National Guard troops to help support local law enforcement. For now, National Guard units are being used primarily to secure public buildings, assist with surveillance and protect paramedics and emergency responders, not to interact directly with protesters. Later in the call, Trump also offered suggestions of how law enforcement should respond to aggressive protesters, saying, "You're allowed to fight back. When they have bricks, you know they come armed with bricks. And they have bricks and rocks, big rocks, and they have other big things, and they throw them. You know, you're allowed to fight back, folks," Trump told the governors. "You don't have to have a brick hit you in the face, and you don't do anything about it. You are allowed to fight back."